Hi guys, let's go and check out when delusional woke people get owned. How to deal with a climate activist walking track.
Should trans women be able to play in women's sports?
Oh wow, you hit me with that one.
Yeah.
I am so happy we don't have to deal with this question anymore.
I'm a big advocate that everybody should have access to sport.
So men
I genuinely
can say, I want to play, I'm not getting in the team at Burnley or Chelsea or Tottenham, but I actually identify as a woman now. They're going to take the place of an actual woman.
Well, this take the place argument, I mean...
In America, there are loads of people who lost scholarships because, like swimming scholarships, for example, because Leah Thomas...
I think you shouldn't pick on someone who's trans just because, you know, they have taken someone else's spot. That's just sport, right?
Imagine, tell me if I'm wrong, but you wouldn't even be in the first, 5 divisions, would you?
Oh, that's a bit...
Well, I just remember
I
think it was Serena Williams who said, I wouldn't be in the first 300 of the men's.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's her opinion of her own ability. But
no. It's not an ability thing. It like, you are delusional.
With boys up until the age of 14, and I was better than a lot of them.
Yeah, but you weren't playing with, you know.
No, I mean, look, if I played with Kevin De Bruyne, and I mean, I'll be.
That's what I'm saying.
That is literally exactly the point. How hard could that be to explain?
Create a company that's like close to being a fascist, and then
okay. How am I?
Sorry.
Let's go through this. How am I a fascist?
Dude,
Can you name one thing I believe that's fascist?
You believe that you are.
It is so easy. Right now, I feel like we live in this time. 2025 is the time when you hate on someone, you call them either a Nazi or a fascist, a racist, misogynist. It's just, you just call these names. And the problem with that is that you make it not valuable anymore. These names, these things will tomorrow be nothing. They will mean nothing because people are going to be using it in every corner. Nah, that needs to stop.
Don't boo him, let him think. But I'm such a bad fascist, I let the people who disagree in open mic to talk to me for 2 hours uninterrupted.
Okay.
I'm an awful fascist.
If it was up to you, what would you change about the Constitution, if anything?
And that is my note answering this question.
Have a good one.
That's perfect for Dave here. We'll let Dave go.
No, I'm not. I'm okay.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a loaded question.
It's a loaded question?
You don't know what you're talking about, do you?
How are you able to so confidently just kind of word vomit? Really, all of your work is not a debate. It's just confirmation bias.
You want to debate?
No, I'm good. I'm just curious where you learned...
Okay. You sure?
Where you learned how to public
I'm a high
speak.
school graduate. You're in college, man. Let's debate. I vomit for a living, you said.
No, I'm not here to debate. That's not, that's not my question.
You're just here to insult me.
Yeah, I am. You're really good at lying out of your
What have I lied about? Name one thing I lied tonight about.
11 million jobs.
11 million jobs are open for blue-collar work, according to Mike Rowe, and according to 3 independent studies, according to the Department of Labor. Name another stat I said that's wrong.
You need to work on not doing confirmation bias.
But you came up here and insulted me. I'm asking you, how have I misled this audience, and you come unprepared, not with a single data. I thought you'd at least have one gotcha, man. At the Apex, 15,000 people coming across the southern border every single day. I even said it's down a little bit. That is true.
You're good at what you do, but not for the right reasons. That's all I'm saying.
It's so amazing, the smugness. How'd you learn to speak like this in word vomit? Yeah, you should ask for money back at KU. They're really scamming you, man. You'd think you'd have one little thing.
Literally, what are they educating you there to say stuff like that? Where is the information? Where is this thing that you learned that is going to teach future generations? What are you doing there? What is this education you're having?
What would you say is the main goal with tonight's protest?
I think the goal is just showing our support for Palestine and demanding that NYU stops. I honestly don't know all of what NYU is doing.
It's exactly what I'm saying, having these Palestinian flags. I know it brings attention, but that's all it does. Nothing after that. You don't do anything to help. You don't even know what you're talking about. You're protesting about something. This is exactly I just want to show up. I just want to show support, but you don't know what you're supporting. Selena Gomez making a post about illegal immigrants when she has no idea what is going on. Like, this is the thing, guys. Like, they just want to complain, they just want to protest, they just want to be in the spotlight. But once you like literally ask them what is going on a deeper level, they have no clue.
Something that NYU's doing?
I really don't know. I'm pretty sure they're... Do you know what NYU is doing? About what? About Israel. Why are we protesting here?
Palestine will be free!
I wish I was more educated. I'm not either.
That's one thing we agree on.
I came from Columbia. I was there up at Columbia, and we came down. They said NYU students needed our support. So I came down. I heard there's lots of pops.
Veganism is like communism. They're both fine unless you like food.
And somehow, even today in some Balkan countries, especially in my country, Bosnia and Herzegovina, like, you have so many people who are still believing this communist country and they want to go back. They love not to work and have shit for themselves, even if it's like the minimum of shit. Like, I don't know. You don't like food? Okay.
NBA players wants the same rev split
Get
that the
outta
men
here.
get. What's the
Here we go
headline?
again.
It says, we're not asking to get paid what the men get paid. We're asking to get paid the same percentage of revenue shared.
Okay, which seems
do the
fair.
math.
We did a little bit of research on this. There's 12 players on a team. There's 12 total teams, so 144 total players. The WNBA loses $12 million a year.
They owe money.
So if you divide 12 million by the 144 players, each player owes $83,000.
Thanks for playing.
So if you guys want the same rev
They
share,
owe
you're going to have to write a check for pretty much all the money you made and all your endorsements and everything.
Supposed to simultaneously believe that men and women are vastly different and there's a patriarchy and discrimination, gender wage gap, all these things. So men and women are totally different, but also they're exactly the same and should have the exact same interests, aspirations, to the point that there's complete equal outcomes in every dimension. Oh, but also there's social constructs and none of it is real anyway.
Yeah.
And any man who says he's a woman or vice versa is that thing. So you're supposed to simultaneously accept all these things in your brain. And I think this is a great source of mental illness.
I think you're exactly right.
It's an amazing source for mental illness. Like, make it more confusing to exist and be alive. You know, like, this existential crisis is now even worse. We made it even worse.
World War III should break out. Should women get drafted?
No.
Fuck feminism.
They don't want to.
Feminism. No. We have to. I will stay in the kitchen. I will stay in the kitchen.
Thank you.
Good
Please
afternoon
admit
to you,
it now.
Shivani.
Good afternoon, Julia.
Thanks.
You know my pronouns are they, them. How are you doing?
Yeah. Thank you for telling me your pronouns. I use correct grammar, so the only thing I would need to refer you to is to your face would be you. But I'm not being rude. You can choose your pronouns. You can choose what you want to call yourself, but you don't have you don't get to require me to use incorrect grammar and factually incorrect things. You're not a plural. You're a one person.
Yeah, and not only that, like, you have no idea in grammar, if you want to incorporate that, how many rules change, all right? And how many things you would have to make a person who's a grown-ass person who already went through school and doesn't want to get re-educated and educated differently and do something that they have been using for 30-40 years already differently. Like, it's almost impossible to do that. It's like giving an iPhone to a 90-year-old and telling him to, like, log in or whatever, you know, like, to a website. Like, it's not possible to do that. First of all, I know you want to change that in education as well, but let's see you change that grammatically, and let's see how grammar will follow and how a whole language that existed for I don't know how long change with you changing that. Like, no, why you complicate life? Why are you complicating grammar even further and complicating a language even further when it is not necessary? She's a news person. She wants to literally make this as simple as possible and get the news out, what is actually important, what you are talking about, not they, them, they, she, yeah, blah, like, please.
And you're a female person, so I will use she and her. Thank you very much.
Do what you like, I guess.
Well, there you are. You didn't need to tell me then, did you?
Maybe I'm just making sure people know in case they're watching and they want to refer to me respectfully.
Is it disrespectful for me to use correct factual grammar?
It's not incorrect or unfactual grammar to use singular they them pronouns for an individual. But we're here to talk about the cast review.
Yeah, but you chose to bring it up.
You chose to use the incorrect pronouns for me.
I
was
chose
just
to use the
correcting you.
correct pronouns for a single woman who is appearing on my show.
I'm not a single woman, though. I'm a very special non-binary trans person.
You are a what? I can't even repeat it. I can't even repeat it.
1970 is a very interesting feature for society and for individual communication between people and friends was, don't be so uptight. Now it's, how uptight can you get? I'm offended that you're not offended, that I'm offended that you're not offended. And I do think that that is
exactly.
in play.
That's where
I
comedy
don't know
is
where it's
dead.
going to go. It's an intolerance, but it's dressed up as manners. I think it's intellectualized to where it has to be okayed because it could look badly upon them. There's this certain righteousness about it that it has to be, and it's a, you know, it is very much a fundamentalist form of thinking. It's a closed system of thought. Yeah. I think that they desperately want to be in that ideology, no matter how crazy it gets. Who would want to be anti-fascist? The woke idea, and who's, it seems like it's social justice, but it's interesting because for someone who's of a mixed race, I think, well, how, if my white part is suppressing my Asian part, how much and where?
Why the need for so much gruesome, graphic violence? Why not let us imagine
Because
a little
it's so
of it?
much fun, Jan. Get
Really?
it?
Oh, really? Okay, I'd like to see you walk down the street and get attacked by some kids who've just seen your movie.
But you saw, but see, Jan, you're all messed up because you're talking about real life.
Oh,
and I'm
I see.
talking
And kids
about
at
the
12,
movies. You got to
kids
get
at
it straight.
12.
Like her argument is so dumb. So basically she's arguing that he is in movies bringing bad image. He is using force, he's using like the action and whatnot, murdering, killing people, using a sword, Kill Bill, and like, hello, it's a movie, it's fantasy, it's not reality. And if you cannot differentiate these two, then that is your problem. If you're gonna watch a movie where someone is killing someone, like a horror movie or like a thriller, and then you'll be like, interesting, let me do the same, and you go and do it in real life, I am sorry, but like, if the court asks you why did you do it and you say I watched a movie and I did it based on a movie, you're going straight to jail. You are done. You are done. Like, that does not excuse it, none so ever, okay? A movie is a movie, and if you don't understand that, there is something wrong with you.
Now, if you want to talk about the movies, we'll talk about the movies.
Okay, and kids
if you want to talk
at 12
about real life,
can tell
we'll
the
talk about real
difference.
life.
Kids at 12 can tell
They
the
should
difference.
tell the
You tell their
difference.
parents that, Quentin.
Kids at 12, they should know that. They should know. And also the parents should say, first of all, maybe don't watch a movie like that. But if they watch a movie like that, the parents should say, don't do that. That's not all right. Or don't do that. Like, I feel like even children would know that they should not do something like that, even if they see it in a movie.
I saw movies when I was a kid, all right?
Exactly. I saw it. If like the clown, the scary clown, when I was 5 years old. My brother trolled me and showed me the movie. My parents were not there. I am traumatized from clowns, but I'm not going out there killing people.
All the movies that I'm basing my movies on are the movies I saw as a kid, and yes, kids go to a movie theater, they can tell the difference. Maybe you couldn't when you were a kid, but I could.
Current tuition at Columbia University, $68,000, and this is what it produces. I mean, this is art. I'm sure this is just one segment of the education. I'm not gonna like really trash it. There is symbolism behind it, and you need to maybe look at it from a different perspective, but it's a bit of a waste of a time as well. I do understand that, and waste of resources, but it's art. Maybe it's an art institution, so it may make sense. Protesting like this is not a problem. Colleges don't have to be boring, all right? We can still have art and artistic expression in college too, and universities.